gave the kits some toys to play with. At this age, they start getting a little bit bored in their cages. Hey. And when they get bored, they tend to do things like hump each other or spray each other or nip a little too hard on each other. So it's always good to have something to keep them from getting bored. Serena's kits are now, well, 3.5 weeks old, and her foster kit is 3 weeks old, and they are doing really well. Hey, baby. Hi. But they're getting to that stage where they're starting to dig in the feeder and waste a lot of their food, which is not good. Now I'll put back in what I can, but sometimes they poop on it or pee on it, and then you absolutely can't. Silly buggers. But yeah, they completely emptied their feeder last night onto here. Little buggers. Which is fine. I mean, they'll eat it there too. The kids are just starting to eat. But it's just a little bit of a pain in the neck. Hey, baby. Hey. Oh, they're a super friendly little litter. I've got to get in here and clean cages after I'm done filming. I switched water bottles. Well, I'm starting to switch out water bottles. These ones fasten on, I know, Phoebe. These ones fasten on like that. And then you don't actually have to take them off to fill them. You just pop the top open and you can put the water in that way. This part also just lifts off as well, and then you have access really well for cleaning out the bottle. And that is one of the reasons why I'm switching, is because these bottles like this, they have such a narrow opening and it's really hard to get a bottle brush down in it. And if I have to give them any medication or electrolytes, it starts leaving residue on the sides of the bottle. And if you can't get that out, it'll mold, and then, you know, you'll have sick rabbits, or sicker rabbits if you're giving them medicine to begin with. But so we're trying these. I've got some on order, and so I hope to replace all of the glass water bottles and the smaller plastic ones. I'll probably still keep this size around for grow-out cages, but they'll get the other kind as well, because they need to learn how to drink. It's got a different nozzle. It's not a ball one, it's one that you wiggle back and forth to make it work. Hey, Phoebe. And she's got it down, so yeah. Hey, Missy. And Serenity, who we switched last night, also seems to be, well, she's drank half her bottle, so she's definitely got it down. And Alexander is also drinking out of his spout. So fortunately, switching to these types of spouts didn't cause a problem. Oh, do you love that? Do you love that? Oh. These boys over here, they insist on making a pile of hay by their door, pooping on it, and then covering it with another pile of hay, and then pooping on it. So I have to clean their cage every day, or I'll end up with a stack of poo by the door and not able to open the cage door. Little stinkers. And the girls have a little bit of a tendency to do that, but it's much less. And usually with the rabbits, I only have to clean out every 3 days, but with the kits, it's every day. Hey you, hey beautiful girl. Your little chewed off ear. Yes, that doesn't make you any less special, does it? Hey Niblet, no niblets. Hey you, do you like your new toy? Yeah. Do you like your new toy? Yeah. So anyway, that's just a brief update on the kits, and these guys I think are about 10 weeks old now. And they're doing really well. And just the changes that I've made this week in the rabbit shed. And I am hoping to get them all replaced within the next 2 weeks. That, not the rabbits, the water bottles. So that would be really, really good. And then my ability to clean some of these things. See, I can get into these bottles okay with a bottle brush. And the smaller plastic ones, they're not too bad, but I still can't get all the way in there. And with these new ones, I'm going to be able to stick my whole hand down in it and scrub down low as well. So if something doesn't come off with a bottle brush, I can really get in there and keep it cleaner. And these ones, they recommend you clean them out once a week, which I think they recommend with all water bottles, and that's what I do anyway. But this is going to make your life so much easier out here.